Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification.
A popular YouTuber once known for his family vlogging is now accused of kidnapping two women. But the story doesn't end there. Authorities say the Texas-based content creator fled the United States by booking a one-way ticket and hopping on a nearly 20-hour flight.
If you clicked on this video to hear about YouTuber Corey Pritchett being arrested, I need you to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Now, Spit Squad, Corey Pritchett definitely played himself. And I'm not saying he played himself because he's guilty. I'm saying he played himself because of the way he was taunting the feds. Now, he went on a 20-hour flight and they say he went on a run. And basically what he ended up doing was he was on the internet taunting the feds, saying, I heard the feds looking for me. They not going to find me. I'm out the country. And if I'm being honest, he don't understand how much he was hurting his case. And he also don't understand how much he was hurting his bond. And he also don't understand what he don't understand. He don't understand that when you taunt the feds or you taunt any law enforcement, they're going to go even harder to get you, and they're going to give you a even harsher sentence. So it was another guy, I can't remember his name, but he a light-skinned guy. He basically ended up getting accused of, graping women, and he was an actor, and he was inviting them women over to his house, and the women were basically saying it wasn't consensual, and they were saying that he was promising them movie roles and he was promising them money and stuff like that. And so they saying that's coercive behavior, because basically they saying if he didn't offer them any movie roles or any money, those women wouldn't have done what they did. Now, is it any accountability in there for the women who actually did what they did? Obviously it's not, because, when we look at this situation, and a lot of people not gonna like this, but it has to be some accountability for the people who doing it. And on the other end, when you see a young black boy who get into a situation and maybe he was coerced into the streets by the lavish lifestyle, by the money, by the drug dealer, but he don't get that same type of care. He don't get that same victim story where you can look at him and say, hey, if he wasn't told by this person who's 20 years older than him that, this is the way life should go, and he should shoot guns and he should sell drugs and he should these type of things, then maybe his life would have been different. But they never give us that as black men. They never give us that that leniency or that thought process. Now, I'm not saying what that other actor did was correct. I'm just saying that it's room for redemption and accountability on both sides. Now, what does this have to do with Corey's situation? Well, Corey has painted himself in a situation where he's guilty before even being innocent. And obviously all of these things are alleged, but if you go on the run, now I think if he would have just turned himself in to the police, would have got him a lawyer because he got money from YouTube, and he would have put up a nice story and told him, hey, this is exactly what happened. Yo, this is why this happened. But instead, he went on a run, and that's going to make his case even worse. And once you sit in front of the jury and the jury sees that, he went on a run on a 20-hour flight, he was taunting us saying that he wasn't in custody, the jury is going to look at him like, oh, this is just a young black with money who out here tweaking, and he needs to be put in jail for what he did to these women. Now, I don't know how much time this kidnapping case is supposed to carry, but the thing with the situation is that I'm sure him evading law put some more charges on him. And what he could have did was he probably could have ended up pleading to a lesser charge, because if it's just his word versus theirs and there's nobody that can corroborate them story, he can just say, hey, I didn't kidnap them. I asked them, could I take them home? They said they wanted to go home. Somebody started following us and I didn't feel comfortable stopping. We've seen YouTubers like CJ So Cool get a home invasion. We've seen Pop Smoke have his house broken into. He's killed. We've seen PNB Rock get killed and robbed and robbed for his jewelry. And I was just afraid for my life, and that's why I didn't stop at the exit I was supposed to stop at. And then maybe it looks like a different story, but when you go on the run and you do all this stuff, so for those of you who don't know the story, Corey basically bumped into some women. He exchanged numbers with them. He got up with them. They ended up going to work out. They ended up going to eat. Later on that night, allegedly, they ended up at a bowling alley. Later on that night, allegedly, Corey and his friends start acting weird because there was some guys in there that they may have had issues with. Then Corey ends up leaving. Allegedly, he came back because the women called him and said, hey, we left our bags, our purses in y'all car. We need them. Then allegedly he ended up saying, yo, I'll give you guys a ride if y'all need a ride. Then they hopped in the car. They went on the ride. And allegedly he ended up going past their exit, not stopping. Then he allegedly ended up shooting at a car that was behind them. And then it was alleged that, you know, he called somebody on the phone and started saying, if I get rid of these girls, if I unalive them right now, will I be cool? Do you think I can get away with it? And they basically said that the lady on the other line said, yeah, you can get away with it. And all of this is alleged. Now, I think he didn't do himself any good. He did himself a disservice. And the problem with this is that a lot of people on social media think social media is not real life. And a lot of people be doing things for entertainment, but everybody not playing, man. So you trying to do this for entertainment and clout, and the feds is not playing with you. Law enforcement is not playing with you. These women are not playing with you. The moment these women go to court or file a police report, whether it's true or not, you got to start taking this situation serious. You got to get you a lawyer. You got to start going through your phone and getting text messages of y'all having good conversations. You got to have your lawyer or a private investigator go to one of these women and say, hey, what happened that night? From your perspective, what happened that night? And see if it's any inconsistencies in their story. See if anybody may have been asked to lie but didn't want to lie. It's a lot of things that you can do, but going on a run and taunting the feds isn't the right thing to do. And now when we sit back here and we look at this situation, we have to understand that this guy Corey is going up the river. Now, I ain't gonna lie, it's a strong possibility that he may not be guilty. It's a strong possibility that those women are lying on him. It's a strong possibility that he didn't do the things that they said, or it's a strong possibility that he did do everything that they said, but he did it out of paranoia of thinking that those women were trying to set him up, of thinking that those women were trying to do something to him. Now, so I'm not making any excuses for him. If he did any of this stuff, it's definitely loser behavior. But what I can see happening from him is, you know, you in the car, you with the women, you think that they got somebody following you, you already paranoid, and then you end up saying, yo, I'm gonna kill y'all right now. I'm gonna kill y'all, hoping that maybe the ladies will say, oh, no, that's not what we meant. No, we don't know them. We didn't ask them. Or, yo, they told us they'll pay us to set you. Like, maybe that's what he was trying to do, trying to scare them. But, hey, man, I be trying to tell y'all all the time, man, make better decisions. Look, once he thought that them women was trying to set him up, he should have gotten away from them. The first thing he should have did was not allow them back in his car. Once he left, he should have told them, yo, I'll give y'all purse back tomorrow morning. I'm on my way somewhere. I'm going in to go to sleep. Or if he did come back to get them their purse, yo, here go y'all purses. And boom, block their number after that and no talk to them. Or, hey, I got y'all purses. I'm going to meet y'all up at the police station so y'all can get them back from me. And, you know, a lot of times dudes be out here worried about their reputation and not understanding the long-term implications of things that could happen with them if they don't move accordingly. So I know I keep saying this, man, but I believe he really messed up his chance of getting out on bond. And I also really believe that he's going to get found guilty in some capacity. And the prosecutors are not going to take it easy on him because he on social media playing games when this is a real life situation. So one thing I want to put up to some of y'all guys, man, and this is for my guys who may be going through domestic situations, not like you doing domestic abuse, but you may have a lady or you may have an ex that you got a child by. You may have a fiance or a wife that you have a child by. I want you to understand that if you go over her house playing and she say she don't want you there, you're going to jail. Now, let me break down something very important to y'all. if she is not in the house and you happen to go in her house and she says she didn't want you there, and you break the door down, or you go through the door, you go through the window without her consent, and look this up for yourself just so you can make sure that is breaking and entering. Now, if she says she don't want you there and you think that she's gone, but you end up kicking the door down and going to the house while she there. Now, why would you think she gone? Maybe she done parked her car somewhere else. She got a dude over there. Or maybe, you know, she got dropped off at home. She parked her car in the back of the parking lot because she didn't want you to see the car, because she didn't want to be bothered with you. If you kick that door in thinking, oh, my clothes in there, I'm finna just go in there and get my clothes while she's gone. The minute you kick that door in and you realize she is in that house, guess what, buddy? You got a home invasion and you facing way more time. Now, not saying you're going to get a lot of time, and if you got a good lawyer, you can explain the situation and maybe they can reduce it down to a lesser charge if they feel like you wasn't really a threat. But remember this, when you're going through these domestic violence situations, sometimes you have text messages that be heated. Sometimes you have text messages where you cussing her out. Sometimes she have text messages where she cussing you out. Sometimes y'all both have text messages where y'all both being aggressive. So when the prosecutor look at that text message, the only thing they're going to think is, hey, he was coming over here to be aggressive. And sometimes I'm going to put y'all up on some real game. The prosecutor may know that you innocent. The prosecutor may know that you not coming there to do any harm, but it's not about for the prosecutor. It's not about them. It's not up to them to prove that you weren't coming there to be aggressive. It's for the prosecutor. They want that conviction on their record, because later on they trying to be a DA like Fonnie Willis. They trying to be a judge. They trying to be something in life, and their conviction rates help them with that. So, hey man, this guy Corey Pritchett, I ain't gonna lie, bro. He jagged off his career. Whether he found guilty or innocent, his career never be the same. And I highly doubt that I'm not saying that he guilty, but I highly doubt that he beat this situation. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.